Hello everyone, my name is Farhan Anjum and I'm working with Bizlockr as a business coach, and today we're going to have a discussion on how to find candidates on LinkedIn. Now, as per the agenda of today's discussion, it's going to be a very interesting session where we would be simply discuss that how we can get the candidates from LinkedIn. But before that, we need to understand that why eventually we need to find the candidates and what's the use of finding these candidates. And apart from that, what is the importance and significance of finding these candidates, and why only LinkedIn? Why not any other platform? Why not any other platform?
I can hear you.
I'm sorry, actually, I guess there's some issue with my internet. I'm so sorry. Actually, I was saying that there is some issue with my mic and all. So yeah, I was saying that why do we need to find the candidates over the LinkedIn? Why not any other platform? Because there are like thousands of different platforms as well. Why just LinkedIn? Why not any platform else? So first thing first, let's get back onto that point where we can simply show the importance of LinkedIn, but again, we're not going to overrule the other platforms as well. Like Glassdoor is there, Indeed is there, Job Master is there, okay, Monster.com is there. So these are all the platform, and they are very brilliant platform when it comes to like job hunting and candidate hunting. So all of that recruitment activity that is happening into these platforms, that's marvelous. I'm not saying that they are not good, but eventually, when it comes to LinkedIn, this is one of the top-notch platform where people are basically socializing and they are increasing their networking. With the help of that, they are seizing multiple opportunities. And the only reason that anybody is going to be a part of LinkedIn is eventually going to be one and only one thing, and that's going to be seizing the better opportunity for their future endeavors. Okay, so that's the basic motive behind every profile that you see, behind every individual who is basically using this amazing platform. Now, having said that, let's come on to the very first and very basic question, that why eventually we need to find these candidates. And the answer is just one. It's just one word, and that is like that's going to be recruitment. So if you are a recruiter, then obviously your complete bread and butter is going to be based on to finding these recruitments and get them placed into different organizations, because every recruiter is eventually going to be working onto various platforms, but most of these recruiters, they do prefer going on to LinkedIn. First thing. Second thing, these recruiter does earn their revenues on the basis of the placements that they are going to make. So when it comes to the placement part, it's going to be a very technical thing. Like a placement, I mean, it's not easy as it sounds. It's literally it's one of the most toughest thing that one can have or one can manage. But once you get this skill, then it will become so easy for you that you could be making like maybe 5, 10, 15 placements in a month. It's all about the workings that you would be doing. It's all about the practices that you would be conducting. It's all about the things and the procedures that you would be following. And with the help of that, I can assure you that eventually one day you would become a professional in recruitment. With the help of that, you would be generating like lots and lots of good revenues. Okay. Now, I was referring to the recruitment word before. And when it comes to recruitment, obviously, I mean, placement, that we have already understood. But what about placement? I mean, how we can get a professional, how we can get more understanding about the word that itself is a placement. So when it comes to a placement, it involves a couple of processes that we need to follow. If we are not going to be following these processes, then we cannot get a placement done. And if we're even if we are going to skip certain stages or certain steps from that processes, then eventually we cannot even do the placements as we would be definitely requiring to do. So these steps, these processes, these rules that are eventually going to be a part of this placement process, they are very crucial and they are very important to follow. If we're not going to be following these processes, then obviously we cannot make any good placements. But the very first thing about placement is know your customer or your client. Like in this case, in recruitment, your client would be eventually an employer, a business who's running maybe just one business, maybe multiple businesses. I mean, whatever the caliber is, obviously we're not going to judge that. But we need to understand the core value of that business. What is the core value of a business? What are their goals that they need to achieve? For what particular reason they have to hire a candidate? What kind of expectations they are going to get from a candidate if they hire somebody? All of these things, all of these concerns you need to raise within your first or maybe within your second meetup or within your second uh, conversation or within your second uh, time when you would be having a communication with your client. You need to get these things aligned from the very start, from the very beginning. With the help of that, you would totally understand the true requirement of your clients. First, you're going to understand the culture of that organization or that business. Secondly, you're going to understand the core values of that business. And thirdly, you're going to understand that why eventually they do need to hire a candidate, and that candidate, what else they are eventually going to expect from that candidate. So once you have all of these things aligned, then obviously it comes on to the other important software. The business is eventually going to share their complete job descriptions with you. Like if they're interested in hiring somebody, obviously there's eventually going to be a job description for that. So let me share what eventually that job description would look like. I'm going to share it over the LinkedIn. Just give me a second. So say suppose there's a job of sales uh, in terms of business development manager. Okay. So over here, they have mentioned each and everything about the role. So this is what job description is all about the job.
We
This is
can't
the
see you're not
designation.
sharing your screen.
My screen is not visible.
Yeah.
All right, just give me a second. Let me share it again. Is it visible now?
No. Is it
Okay.
okay? Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so now you can see it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is a job description of business development manager role. Okay. Uh, that is going to be the position. It's going to be a remote position within UK, periodic travel UK and international. This is the salary bracket. And apart from that, they have mentioned that these are the responsibilities that the person or the individual or the candidate would be doing or would be responsible for. Then these are the tasks that you can see that has been mentioned by the employer itself. That these are the tasks that this candidate, whoever is eventually going to be hired, they need to be performing. And apart from that, they have also mentioned the requirements as well. So these are the requirements, or you can say these are the prerequisites for the job. Anybody having these requirements, they can apply for the job. Anybody who's not uh, following or who's not having these requirements, obviously they're not going to be following this job. So after that, we can see that these are the benefits, like what are the incentives and what are the salaries and perks of the job. So all of these things has been mentioned into every job description. Now, once you have understood the job description, once you have simply absorbed all the information that is basically provided into this job description, then you can find the right candidate. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open LinkedIn into another tab and let's try to find a person who is going to be a suitable candidate for this role, like the role of business development manager. Okay. How are you going to do that? First thing first, you're going to post it onto your wall. So say suppose this is my personal profile. Okay. Now here I need to post it on my wall. How I'm going to do that? I'll simply copy this complete job description like this. I'm going to copy it from here and I'll simply post it right here. So I'm going to click on post and then I'm going to do this. Here you can see that my total number of characteristics, they are increasing. So I have exceeded the maximum character limit. So I need to delete some of the stuff. Now, what I can do is I can remove this one because it's all about the clients and all. Okay, still there's still certain things that are remaining. So we can remove this thing. Just give me a second. All right. So once this thing is done, we can get rid of this one as well. So once this thing is done, then I'm going to simply post it. And once I will post it, it would be simply posted onto my profile like this one. Like this person has already shared that they are hiring somebody for account manager in Saudi Arabia. Okay, they have mentioned the salary each and everything. So like this, we would be posting it. The very first thing that we would be doing is that we are going to be posting into our post so that people who are in our network, they can simply get to see that. Okay, that's the first thing that we're going to do. The second thing that we're going to do is we'll simply copy this job description or the job position like this, and we'll start the search by this. So write down the position into the search bar, and it is eventually going to get you the results of those people who are actually working as a business development manager or the position that are already there, or the courses or the products or the schools, and all of that stuff would be coming right in front of you. But we are interested to get with the people who might be the right fit for this position. Now, once we select the people, then obviously we're going to get results coming up from different uh, parts of worlds. So we are eventually going to be working into the locations by setting the right location for this. So it's going to be United Kingdom. So I have selected the right filter. Now, the result that we are getting is of those people who are working as a business development manager or who has worked as a business development manager and they are residing within UK. Now we're gonna open 2 to 3 different resumes or profiles, and we're gonna see it from there that if they are going to be the right candidate for this position or not. Okay, I'm gonna scroll back, and right here, let's see into the recruitment, into the requirement section, that what are the requirements. So strong B2B sales experience, preferably in events, media, and technology ecosystems, proven track records of meeting and exceeding revenue targets, exceptional communication, stakeholder communications, ability to engage and influence C-level executives, strategic thinking, high ownership mindset, CRM proficiency, and data-driven approach. So they haven't mentioned that we need a person who should be a graduate as per the qualification is concerned. They haven't mentioned that we need a person who needs to have 6 to 7 years or maybe 10 years of experience. They haven't mentioned that. They only have a requirement which is going to be a very basic requirement, and that is depending upon the traits that the person is having, like strong B2B sales experience, proven track record of meeting and exceeding revenues, exceptional communication, ability to engage and influence, strategic thinking, high ownership mindset, and CRM proficiency. So anybody working into business development position, I can assure you this, that if they have like somewhere between 5 to 10 years of experience, they would definitely cover all of these requirements. That is for sure. Okay, because if there's a person who's working to business development as a business development manager, and that person has like 5 to 10 years of experience, obviously that person would have a strong B2B sales experience. Obviously that person would definitely have a strong track record of meeting and exceeding revenues. Obviously that person would be exceptional when it comes to the communication. So these are the things that are already understood. Okay, now we need to find a person who has like maybe 4 to 10 years of experience, and we can simply sort it out. We can simply get to that person. We can simply ask that person that if that person is interested in,
The job, yeah.
yeah. So how we're going to do that? We have already started our search with the help of this one word or this one job position that we have mentioned. We have selected the right position. We have selected the right location. And now we simply have to see that if they are available for this position or not. So here you can see this person has like 4 years of experience in one place, 1 years of experience in another place, 2 years of experience in another place. So in total, and yes, 8 years of experience in account manager. Now, there is a catch. There's one thing that you need to understand here. See, this person has three experiences with respect to the domain in which we need a candidate. But when it comes to account manager, that's a totally different domain. So we are not going to be counting this 8 years of experience in business development. When it comes to business development, this person has like 7 years of experience, like 4 years here, 2 years here, one year here. So in total, this person has 7 years of experience. So obviously, this is going to be a relatable candidate or eligible candidate for this position. While if we go with Saeed Amar Bukhari, so this person hasn't mentioned. Okay, so this person hasn't mentioned. Okay, so this is the experience that this person has mentioned. He's working there as business development manager, but he didn't mention that how much experience does he have. But again, we can reach out to Amar. We can simply ask that how much experience do you have, and if you're interested in switching your job. So all of that stuff we're gonna ask it from Amar, and if the response comes positive, and if Amar does have like 4 to 10 years of experience, then obviously we're gonna enroll Amar for this. Otherwise, we're gonna say, sorry, Amar, we would be looking forward for another candidate. And lastly, we have Zishan. And this person has like 2 years of experience, and then he is working as a business development manager. He didn't mention this thing, but again, as of the experience is concerned, this experience in customer service representative form, I mean, this is something which is going to be irrelevant and which is not going to be relevant with the position that we need to get our candidate for. While when it comes to business development manager, yes, we'll see that if Amar has more than 4 years of experience, then obviously Zishan has 4 years of experience, then obviously we're going to enroll this person for the candidateship. Otherwise, we'll not be moving further with that. Okay, because anyone having more than
Oh,
4 years of
is it
experience,
okay to contact someone that says is self-employed? Because he said he's self-employed here.
yep. But again, see, when it comes to the position that he has mentioned, that is business development manager. So maybe possible that this might have been done like maybe a typo error or maybe something like that. So we can reach out to Zishan. Okay. We
Yeah.
can simply see that how much experience does he have with respect to business development manager position. If that person has 4 years or more than 4 years of experience, then obviously we're going to enroll this person for this candidacy. But if that person doesn't have that much of experience, then obviously we're not going to be moving further with that. And eventually, if that person is working as a self-employed and that person has mentioned that he is working as a business development manager, even in that situation, we are not going to be moving further with this person. Why? Because he doesn't have the relevant skills, he doesn't have the relevant experience.
Experience.
Okay. Yeah. So from this, we can get to know that these are the people who might be the right candidate for this position. And from there, we can start our hunt. We will simply reach out to them by simply starting sending them the connection request. Okay. And we can start sending them the messages as well. Now, one thing I would love to mention here, and that is you need to increase your connections. So just like this, we have this one position of business development manager. Just like that, we would have like maybe 10 different positions coming up. Okay. We are working on 10 different positions at the same time from the same industry. You would eventually distribute your days, your hours according to these job positions. So, for example, you've got 1 hour in a day that you would be spending in Bizlockr or you would be spending as a hustler. You would spend that 1 hour in finding the business development people or candidate for business development position. Say, suppose that next day you need to find a candidate for, say, suppose IT person or maybe website developer. Okay. So next day, you would be working on the website developer. You would be simply writing the website developer position in the search bar. You would be simply selecting the positions over there, and then you would be simply doing the profiling. And then you would be reaching out to the candidates that you think are going to be eligible for that particular position. Then the next day, you are going to be continuing with another position. Then the next day, another. Then the next day, another. So that is how eventually you're going to be doing this complete segmentation and distribution of the work that you need to perform on a daily basis, because that's really very important. I don't want you to simply start working onto one position and you need to add like 4,000, 5,000 people from the same position. Okay, that's not something that I would recommend. I would recommend that you want to get more connections, you need to add more connections, you need to get it done from different domains, from different positions, from different industries, from different niches, from different departments. So there is eventually going to be a complete
Um,
new variety.
are
Yeah,
you
please.
saying like I'm going into IT and I know I want to do like cybersecurity, AWS, and cloud computing and other thing. So are you saying if I'm doing connecting with people on that page, I can connect to anyone or just
Yes.
people that has to do with IT stuff?
Okay, so there are basically two types of connection requests that you would be sending. Okay, today we are simply talking about the candidates. So when it comes to the
Okay.
candidates, how about this that you have got like more than 3,000 people added to your connections, and all of them they belong from cybersecurity, and within cybersecurity they are the cybersecurity agents. This will not be a viable option. This is something which is not going to, I mean, give you good results because you have 3,000 people. They all of them are from the same position, from the same designation, from the same domain. You need to add variety of people. Like you have 5,000 people into your connections. 1,000 of them are eventually going to be the business development manager. The other 1,000 they are eventually going to be the cybersecurity agents. The other one they are eventually going to be the digital marketers. The other 1,000 they are eventually going to be the accountants or maybe
Ah,
something like that. So it is going to
yeah,
be
I
a very
got
mix and match kind of people that you would be adding up because you would be working on multiple jobs. So every job is like different to another one. Like today you're working with business development positions. So that's the reason you are adding the people from the business development domain. Next day you would be working into IT industry and you would be simply getting website developers. So you would be adding the website developers tomorrow. So that is how eventually you would be distributing your days, your hours according to the positions. Okay.
it. Mhm.
All right, great. Now, moving on. Once you have started sending them the connections, you would get to a point where you would get like maybe 4,000, 5,000 people's or individuals or profiles onto your LinkedIn. Now, what eventually you need to do is whenever you've got a new position, you simply have to post it onto your wall. And as your profile has been connected with 6,000, 5,000 people, so anyone from your connections, eventually they are eventually going to come out and they are eventually going to send you a message, or maybe they're going to comment onto your post that, hey, we are interested in into this opportunity. Let us know how to enroll our candidacy for this. Or maybe possible that they can tag anyone else from their own network onto your post. Like I'm a part of your post, I'm a part of your connection. I can see that you have posted a job, and though I am not legible, or I'm not interested, or I'm not required for that position. But maybe possible that somebody from my social circle, my connections, they might be the one who are looking forward to have a job like that. So I can simply tag them out onto your post, and they can simply reach you out by saying that, hey, say that Farhan has simply tagged me onto your post. So let me know how I can enroll my candidacy. And the next question that you're going to ask is, please share your resume with me. I can look into that. Okay. And from there, you would do the scrutiny, you would do the assessment, you would do the analysis. And if the candidate is good to go, you will simply add the candidate to your candidate pool, and then you will simply refer it out to the employer. That's the one thing that you would be doing on a daily basis. Let's try something else as well today. Let's try to increase your job post to a new level. Now, what you would do is, first of all, you need to copy all of this once again, this complete job. Okay. So you have copied this complete job. Now you're going to go to your LinkedIn, and here you're going to write jobs in UK. Now, once you type jobs in UK, again, the result that you're going to get, it's going to be a very random result. Just give me a second. Okay. So it's going to be a very random result that you're going to be getting. Like you're getting jobs here, people here, more jobs here, courses here, companies here, groups here. So it's going to be a very random sort of situation that is happening here. We will simply go into the groups. Now, there are about 2,800 groups in which people are discussing about the job related matters, and all of them are relevant with UK market, because I have mentioned jobs in UK, and that's the reason the result that I'm getting is with respect to UK. So how about this, that we can join these groups. Okay. And here you can even see the number of members into these groups. Like this one group has 110,000 members. This one group has like 45,000 members, 31,000 members, and the list is for like 2,800 groups that are there in which people are discussing about the opportunities relevant with the jobs and all. So you need to simply start joining these groups. The more the relevant the group is, the better it would be. And the more the number of members there would be, the more would be the better. Okay, the more the better. As per the number of members are concerned, as per the relevance is concerned. So say suppose there's this group, recruiter jobs and careers. So I have already joined this group. First of all, let me show you how you're going to join the group. So here you can see these are the groups. You want to join this group. So simply click on join. Now, what eventually would happen is that your request would be sent to the admin of this group. Once the admin is going to receive your request to join the group, they are eventually going to let you in. They are going to accept your request. Once they have accepted your request, then you are a part of, you are a member of that group. And then you can post whatever you want into that group. So for example, there's this group, Recruiter Jobs and Careers. And here you can see there are like 313,946 members here. So it's a huge number. So how about this, that we can simply post the job position here. All right.
Uh-huh.
So if we are going to be posting the job here, then that means that our post is eventually going to be getting, or our ad is eventually going to be getting views around 313,946. How many candidates do we want for this position, to whom we can enroll for this position? Eventually, it's going to be somewhere between 5 to 10, not more than that. Don't you think that if we are going to be joining these groups, with the help of that, we would be posting our content, our post into these groups. And with that, our post visibility would increase, would reach out to like in millions, like 300,000. We are simply reaching out to with the help of just one group. So eventually, if we join 20 different groups, we can definitely reach out to million people from there. And out of 1 million people, eventually we need 5 to 10 people.
Yeah.
And this is one thing, and it is true. It is true when I say may be possible that one day you post on into these 20 groups, you won't get anything. The other day you do this, you won't get anything. The third day you do this, you won't get anything. But I can bet on this that if you would be doing this practice for any positions straight away in a month, I can bet on this that you would get humongous amount of resumes from there.
Okay.
Like it is going to be so huge number that you can't even expect. Like maybe possible one day you would be getting 5 resumes, other day you would be getting 10 resumes, the other day you would be receiving five, three, two. So if you keep on doing this practice again and again, again and again, I can assure you that you would be getting like maybe more than 100 or maybe 200 resumes in a month. But you need to be very consistent and persistent for this process because this process takes time. Once you are on the full potential, I can assure you that you would be getting or you would be generating lots of connections, you would be generating lots of leads from these groups, and you would be generating good amount of resumes, good amount of legible candidates, and good amount of those resources that you can refer to the employer because it's all about timings, right? Say suppose that a company reaches out to you and they say that, hey, Sarit, we want to hire somebody in next 7 days. So in that situation, if you're gonna start it from the very scratch, how come you can provide a person, a candidate, or maybe group of candidates in 7 days? They need to hire the person in 7 days. That means that you have got only 3 days of time. If you will provide the candidate in 3 days, in that situation, they're gonna simply have their due diligence, their due process, and after that, they're gonna hire the person in next remaining 4 days. So you have 3 days in that situation, keeping that example in mind. So obviously, there are eventually going to be cases like that that you would be facing, where employer would be coming straight to you and they would be simply requesting you that we need to hire the person on as soon as possible basis. We don't have like more than 10 days. We don't have like more than 7 days. So at that point, your candidate pool is eventually going to save you. Your candidate pool is eventually going to become an opportunity that you can seize. With the help of this candidate pool, you can simply like take 5, 10, maybe 15 candidates from there, and you can simply pass it on to the employer, and then from there they can start their due diligence.
Mm.
That is only going to happen if you have a solid, valid, and calculated candidate pool. If you
Yeah.
don't have a candidate pool, then obviously you would definitely anybody. I mean, I'm not saying that you, even if it happens with me, obviously I'll go blank because I have to start it from the very scratch.
Uh-huh.
And within that much of time, obviously I can't produce good results. I can produce some candidates, but I cannot produce good results.
Yeah.
So this is a very practical approach. And with this approach, we have to stay ready in any kind of circumstance. We've got somebody who wants to hire a candidate in 15 days. Obviously, that's going to be an ample amount of time that we can simply consume in finding the right candidate. But for for when it comes to the short timers, obviously for that particular reason, we need to have some sort of like data or maybe candidate at the back end, which is eventually going to help us out in a situation like that. So
Yeah.
yes, I guess that's pretty much it from my side. If you have any questions, please do let me know. I would love to answer them. Otherwise, we can conclude the session.
1 minute.
All right. All right, Sarit. So, Sarit, I really I appreciate you that you are joining our sessions. I literally I love that. But the next thing is please, 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 whatever you're learning, please try to implement that thing on the same day or the same week so that once you would start the implementation, because first you see it's the learning thing that you do, and then it comes the earning thing.
Uh,
So first you learn, then you earn. So I can understand that you do have lots of potential because I know that you're coming from an industry which is like way more technical. It's really very difficult to work into that industry. But if you have like that much of knowledge, definitely it would be suitable for you to start implementing these things. And with the help of these things, I can definitely guarantee you that you could start earning right away. But Simple as that. You need to be providing like 1 or 2 hours in a day where you would be practicing. I'm not talking about the stuff or the time that you are spending on listening or having these sessions and all. That's separate thing. But 1 or 2 hours a day, you need to practice that out, whatever you're learning. And from there, you would definitely get focused. You will definitely get a direction. You need to follow that direction right away. And wherever you feel that you're stuck, I'm just one click away from you. You simply have to send me a voice note and I'll be there to assist you. All right.
Okay, good. When I start getting the candidates their CV or whatever, when so where do I like save them? Do I don't know which
You can
process.
receive them. Listen, you can receive them onto your messengers as well, because here you can see we have the messages option as well. So you can receive them onto your messenger. And apart from that, you would be also mentioning your phone number and your email addresses as well into these posts.
Okay.
Okay. So that people could be sending you emails over the over the address that you're going to provide them.
Yeah, okay. I get them.
All right.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right. Great. Well, so it was really nice talking to you, and I wish you best of luck
Yeah.
and hope
Thank
to
you
see
so
you
much.
again.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
Bye.
Bye.